because it's just gonna, you know, it's just gonna make money for the shareholders and stuff like that.
Oh,
It's
so
close.
close.
I shouldn't have turned at the very end.
And we are back again, everyone, with episode 15.
Yes, we are. Welcome back. More Jak and Daxter, more movie talking, and more me being lost. Because again, open world games not really my thing. I don't pay attention enough here.
All right, Nanners. So what you're gonna do is, you remember that purple, pinkish, magenta circle up there?
Yeah.
You're gonna go through that. It's another one's then gonna appear, and you're just gonna go through those. They're basically checkpoints, and you have to go through all of them.
Gotcha. That's one. That's two. All right. You was talking about that that avatar, but I'm gonna cut you off there, and make people wait for the rest of your rant. And I want to talk about the Police Academy movies, and specifically the first two, because this is the only two I saw. But a while back I got a really dirt cheap DVD copy of the whole series, and it's great. It's
They are.
Honestly,
I've watched the first one. It's really good.
the first one is really good. The second one, immediate dip in quality. Immediate kind of like very gimmicky, very, I don't know, just you could kind of tell it's like they're trying to recapture like the awesomeness of the first one, and yet at the same time they're trying a whole bunch of new shit, and it's not necessarily bad, but it's not necessarily like captivating. The second one was okay, but you could like immediately tell the drop in quality. And then I remember actually hearing about that like, yeah, a lot of people they'll admit that the first Police Academy movie is amazing, which it is, but then after that they kind of go down, which is a shame. I plan on one day watching the rest of them. It took so long for me to finally get around to cracking that thing open that, you know, it will be a little while. I think we all watched the first one at Kugla's, and I was hoping that we would kind of watch the rest of them, but that didn't pan out, so I'll probably just fire them out on my off time.
It's gone. You gotta restart.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. But yeah, Police Academy. I highly recommend checking out Police Academy 1 if you haven't already. It's really funny. 2, if you really like the first one, you might as well go for 2, but it's really not like particularly amazing, so don't expect to be wowed. The first one was just like, there's a handful of these kind of movies from that era that they were just like the right combination of action and humor, and they're like instant classics. Police Academy, the Beverly Hills Cop movies, Fletch.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, they're just really great flicks, and I mean, again, you can pretty much watch them anytime. They're timeless. What would you say is your favorite 80s action comedy movie?
Jesus, I mean...
Or 90s, whatever. Who gives a crap?
I mean, you're asking a really tough question, because there's a lot of good movies
Good, that's
from
what
those
I'm
two
here
eras.
for. I asked the tough questions. Look, we talked about bad movies. Now we gotta talk about good movies.
But
right?
I'm not done talking about the bad movies.
We gotta mix it up for the people. We can't always have the one flavor. You gotta have you know, try the other one.
Oh wow, look at that. That was the last one that you missed.
That makes me feel even better about the whole thing.
So, look, if you're asking like 80s movies, Back to the Future is going to be my answer.
There you go.
Back to the Future, that's it. We need 75 orbs, I believe, so we gotta keep going. Free the Scouts.
5. I have 2 more, and then some kind of blue rings, and the other 2 are not. We haven't discovered them yet, so I guess there's more to do.
Indeed. So, I don't remember how to actually activate them, but going around and exploring areas that you have not looked at before is going to be key.
What? I gotta go around and explore areas?
Yes.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. So
yeah, it's funny because it's coming from me, as I used to love Banjo-Kazooie and especially Donkey Kong 64. Everyone rags on 64, but I love that game to death. To me, like all the backtracking for collectibles, I don't even give a crap. It's just that game is too important to me to care about something like that. In fact, They even have a mod. I did try it out. They have a mod where you can mod out the Kong barrel, so it's always over your head.
Don't go that
so
way.
if you need, yeah, if you need to swap out any time to collect a banana that's like of a different color or something like that, you're basically always set. You don't have to worry about it because you just use the mod. I didn't even use that. I'm like, this is just not the right way to play this. Like, you have to go back. Like, what do you mean? That's
No.
this is what nostalgia and bias does to you. It's like,
Oh, obviously.
I'm not even gonna care about actual improvement. I just want it the way I want it.
See if you can find any blue eco. You probably need to be charged to open up that section that was there.
True.
Or try going up that hill.
I saw another hill with some of the Kinder eggs on it. Yeah, this one. But I'm not sure how to get up there.
Turn around. Okay, no. So I think... Remember... You need to
there's
go...
a blue circle. Kind of like the ones we just...
Yeah, you need to do the same thing. There. It's tougher, but yeah.
Wow, real creative, guys. Oh, let's just... It's blue now. The circle is blue.
So you need to find a way up there because those wiggly paths to your right is likely the way you get up.
There's no eco, but I kind of feel a little more stronger from this green stuff.
Turn around. Or ignore me. That's fine. You can ignore me.
Alright, what do I gotta do?
You're gonna go to the left, and yeah, there you go. There's the ramp. Why don't I finish talking about The Last Airbender before we finish this episode and I don't finish that? So that way we can do the next couple episodes about good movies that we really, really like.
Right. Well, that's gonna be mostly you, because as everyone knows, I'm not a big movie guy, so I don't have that much to contribute.
So here I go. So last time I talked about the actors and their, well, the casting choices, M. Night Shyamalan and his horrible directing skills.
How can you not say that? It's M. Night Shyamalan.
No,
it's
no,
so
I do that
easy.
on purpose. M. Night Shyamalan, I know.
Oh, okay.
I do that on purpose because a lot of people make fun of his last name like that.
Hey, he's got a cool last name. Again, I want that guy's name. I want to be... He has the word knight in his name. How badass.
I mean, yeah, it is pretty badass. It's just, it's easy to also, like, just goof off with.
Because it's a long name. Okay, yeah, whatever.
So, his directing skills... Again, I'm not saying he's a horrible director, but he needs someone to rein him in. I think you need to use that rock, yeah, to launch yourself.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hey, there's a power core.
Yeah, you need to use a ramp to jump up there.
It's directly above us.
Casting was horrible, and most of the actors could not play their role correctly. Especially Dev Patel, he could not play a villain as Zuko. It was just bad. Funny enough, again, casting, as in getting someone to look like the character, bad, but the guy who played Uncle Iroh actually did a pretty good job as Iroh. Quite honestly, he was, damn it, what was his name? Sean Taub? Again, he did not look the part, but he definitely acted the part. He did quite a good job as, Uncle Iroh. Really good. So I don't really have many complaints for him. Then we have the most ridiculous casting of all time. Admiral Zhao. You remember that guy?
I do not.
Admiral Zhao was that antagonist character that you just loved to hate. You did not like that guy, you didn't want to like that guy, you wanted him to lose all the time. So obviously you need someone to be able to play that part. So tell me why they got Asif Mandvi to play him. He's a comedian. He was on The Daily Show.
Oh, I think I know who he was.
Yeah. He's an awesome guy. He does really good comedy, but he's not a fucking villain. How are you going to cast him as Admiral Zhao, a guy you're supposed to hate? I saw him on screen and I said, huh, I know he's trying to act tough and mean, but he doesn't sound tough and mean. And it.
Well, I mean, you know, he's. Oh, I missed it. You gotta give the guy a shot. That's what's called typecasting. So somebody gets typecasted as blank role, and you know, it's very difficult to get out of that because then people will look at you and they'll see one type of character, or you know, even worse, one specific character. So you know, you'll see this with actors. Like Bill Hader gets typecasted. The guy that played Dwight in The Office. A really good one is I kind of see two of them, but the guy that played Red Foreman, I felt like he was kind of typecasted, so he wanted probably more serious roles, and he kind of grew a mustache, and I think he started wearing glasses or something like that. And also another sitcom dad, the dad from damn it, Malcolm in the Middle, who everyone now knows as Breaking Bad guy. You know, complete opposite type of character. So it's very difficult to break out that typecast. And you know, I feel like, hey, if he wanted that role, if he wanted to play that kind of role, good for him. I hope that at least he could break just being the guy that was the funny guy on The Daily Show, you know, because that sucks. Because then the only roles that people want to give you are specifically that type of role.
No, and the thing is, I hear what you're saying. I want people to get, you know, better opportunities. You want to go on to that, oh, never mind, you got it. Like, you want to have a range. You want to be able to play different things. If you do the same thing over and over, you're just going to get bored with it. So I hear you. I understand it. It's just that with his performance, I'm not convinced that his audition was strong enough to be able to play Zhao.
Right.
Because you still have to audition. So that's where I'm just like, okay, did M. Night Shyamalan just put him in this movie because he liked him?
Probably.
And that's where I'm like, no, this is a movie that's supposed to like do gangbusters. It's tough to mess up something that's good. You have to actively try to mess it up. And that's why I'm like really frustrated with The Last Airbender.
Speaking of being frustrated,
it was supposed to be good.
I hear you.
Yeah, you gotta do it again.
I hear you. Yeah, I'm also gonna just go get some of this, but no, I got you. And again, that's why I don't. Man, speaking of all these like movie adaptations, the Uncharted movie's out this week, isn't it?
It is. So we're recording this a couple days after it's already been out. Yeah. Of course, the top executive freaking reviewers for movies are gonna say it's horrible. They're obviously going to do that, but it's really up to the fans. What do the fans think? And apparently, opening day, it did more than Sonic, which is the highest, you know, opening day for a video game movie.
I still just to me, video games are the worst because video game to movie adaptation, I understand it even less. Like with anime to movie or comic or whatever, I guess, like, I don't like it, but I guess I could kind of see it. But video game is basically the best way to experience media, like aside from some crazy futuristic, you know, Joe Rogan-esque reality where we're living in a simulation and you just become the story. You know, you become Neo from the Matrix or whatever. But
Christ
it's like,
almighty.
yeah, aside from that, video game is like the best type of immersion because you're actually playing the story. Like, you have input, whereas with a movie or an anime, a TV show, whatever, you're just sitting there and watching things happen. So I don't understand why I don't understand what the appeal is of bringing video game to movie adaptation. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Except, of course, in the fact of, you know, it's gonna make money for some people. It's like they say, it's money on the table, and they're gonna take it because it's just gonna, you know, it's just gonna make money for the shareholders and stuff like that.
Oh, so close.
I shouldn't have turned at the very end. So, you know, I mean, I guess I don't want the Uncharted movie to do bad, or the Sonic movie, or Cowboy Bebop, even though it got canned, because I like those properties. So I guess on one hand, I I kind of want them to do well so it doesn't tarnish a good series, but I just feel like they shouldn't exist in the first place, and I don't even care to watch them. Even as a fan, you know me, I'm a huge Uncharted fan.
Likewise.
I'm just probably not gonna watch it.
See, I understand your take. I'm way more open about taking properties that I love and trying to put them on the big silver screen. Especially Uncharted, to me, makes the most sense. Because you play the game and it feels like you're playing a movie. Let's be honest, when you play Uncharted, it feels like you're playing a movie. So to me, it felt like Uncharted was should be the easiest game to movie adaptation possible. It has the comedy, it has the action, it has the story to get people excited.
Right.
The problem is that for some reason, fucking executives with these movie companies keep saying, we know what we're doing, we're gonna take whatever source material we can and just do whatever the fuck we want with it. And they can't do that. It's the same argument I made with Dragon Ball and The Last Airbender. You don't have the original creators there guiding you to get this thing to be good. And I'm worried that the movie executives at Sony did the same thing with Uncharted. I want it to be good because, again, I like the series and I would love to be able to sit down and watch a good Uncharted movie. Holy crap, Nanners, what are you doing?
He saved it. Like Bob Ross, I saved it.
If only Bob Ross was still around. He'd probably be able to perfect not just paintings, but also our lives with his soothing, guiding voice. But yeah.
3 hairs and some hair. Oh, man.
But yeah, yeah, so I just wanted to, like, you know, get that out there because I do understand your view.
Why
bother?
I'm a cynic. I'm a cynic.
Yeah.
To me, it's the argument of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know,
yeah.
Like you can't. To me, as a form of medium, you can't improve you can't improve storytelling in terms of video games. Damn it, I missed it.
You gotta be a little bit more to the left.
I think I just have enough speed, but you know, you can't really improve on video games.
Turn around because you can just restart right away.
Okay.
You kept going all the way around, and I'm like, why?
Oh. Oh my god. All right. Well, here I am talking about how video games are like, you know, perfection, and yet I didn't even know that. But anyway, so again, what I feel like is it's such a great form of immersion for storytelling, but so it doesn't make any sense to put that into movies. That's just my take, especially when you have to have some awareness when you're making these things that it might completely tank.
Yeah.
Because it happens to, we have so many examples where they try it and it fails. You know, even video games aside, like Cowboy Bebop or Avatar, Dragon Ball Z, like everybody that picked that up to try to make it into a movie had to at least at one point consider, you know, this might not work. This might end up being really bad, but they just went ahead and did it anyway. So I'm saying, like, if it's not gonna outdo the immersion of playing a video game, and you're running the risk of tarnishing a series, I just feel like, why bother? That's my thing, you know?
My thing is, if you want to make money, don't cut corners when it comes to quality, especially if you're going to take a franchise that's beloved by many and try to make a movie out of it. Don't cut corners, because it will tank. That's the way I see it, and I think it's basically agreeing with you. Like, if you're not going to do it well, don't do it.
That's for sure. Unfortunately, again, it's not really up to guys like us. It's up to the shareholders, and to them, it's an easy buck. It's a quick buck. It's as AVGN would say, it's a quick buck for this shitload of fuck. Oh man. But
well, shit. So, and talking about movies that were not treated well. Again, let me finish with The Last Airbender, because I can finish it in the next couple of minutes, because we're running out of time here. So The Last Airbender, I already talked about the actors and shit. Everyone else that was in the movie, sure, they did not look the part, but at least everyone else's acting was okay. Baseline level okay.
Right.
When it comes to the visual effects, holy crap, they were good. I think the visual effects were good. The water looked like water when, you know, characters were water bending. The air bending, again, it looked like gusts of air. Really good.
Right.
Earth bending was alright, except for this one fucking scene. Tell me, Nanners, do you remember when Aang had to free a whole bunch of earthbenders from a coal mining barge in the middle of the ocean?
It's been so long since I watched Avatar, so I don't even remember, but that sounds kind of familiar. Oh, damn it.
So yeah, in season 1, firebenders basically invaded an earthbender village and said, all right, we're going to take you guys into the middle of the ocean. We're going to take all the earthbenders, all the people who can actually, you know, bend earth, and we're going to put you guys on a barge, and you're going to shovel coal and power the barge yourselves, and you guys are our prisoners. Like, indefinitely. They didn't do anything wrong. They were just there because they can bend.
Right.
And they could not bend because they were in the middle of nowhere. The barge was metal. They were surrounded by water. The only earth that was there was indeed coal, but it wasn't a lot. So they put that scene into the movie. There's just one problem, though. They didn't remove them from their village. The earthbenders were, quote-unquote, being held there against their will, even though they had plenty of earth to bend and fight back the firebenders. So imagine the frustration as a fan and a viewer. Seeing all these people just walk around with their heads down, being like, oh, I can't believe these guys are here, and they're stopping us and shit. When you have literal mountains surrounding you, and just everything you need to fight back. Like, it pissed me off. And then you have freaking Katara, the girl who played Katara, try to rally them up and be like, yeah, we can fight them back. You guys have Earth right here. Come on, let's do it. And I'm like, girl, come on, just shut up. You're not acting well. You're not inspiring anyone. Holy crap! You gotta go faster, bro.
I wish no, I hit the wrong part of the rock. I was gonna say I wish you could inspire me to have get this stupid challenge already. I actually have a question about the Avatar movie.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite characters, it's probably my favorite character, but was Toph in the movie?
No, because they were only covering the first season.
Okay.
I love Toph as well. Here's the thing, though. They likely would have messed her up. Alright? They probably would have gotten the wrong person to play Toph. Not someone with a cute voice, not someone who's actually short and young. They probably would have gotten like a freaking 20-year-old buff woman who just so happens to be blind to play Toph. And I would have been like, are you fucking serious?
Or they just would have gotten Scarlett Johansson for it.
That too.
And she would have talked like this the whole movie.
Sweet Christ.
This is so crazy what's happening.
And here's the worst. Here's the worst part. So the Earthbenders in this, you know, freaking spot did actually end up fighting back. But in this movie, for anyone to do any sort of bending, they have to do some sort of like yoga startup.
Oh, come on. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, they have to do this sort of weird yoga startup where they have to do like a couple of moves, and then finally they can move a rock or move water or whatever. It was frustrating. So when they actually all started to fight back, you see like 5 guys doing like a couple of stances, and then out of nowhere you see a rock around the size of my head slowly moving towards a firebender. You have
so basically they got the Earthbender's abilities like wrong, is what you're saying.
Extremely wrong.
Yeah.
It looked pathetic because like you watch the show, and in the show they can literally make armor with Earth. They can make cannons with Earth. They can move boulders the size of houses if you have like an Earthbender or two together. Like, it's supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be fearsome. But these earthbenders were fucking wimps. And it's...
See, and that's where Toph would have come in and would have fixed everything if they just put Toph in.
I agree.
This is,
but again...
This is why I should have made the Airbender movie and not M. Night Shyamalan.
No, here's the thing. I would actually trust you more than any fucking executive because you would have been like, nah, where's the original creators? I need to talk to them. I need them to guide me because there's no way I can make this movie on my own.
I need them to guide me, just like I need Zero to guide me through this damn game. No, I'm just kidding.
Turn to the right. You should see it there.
I know.
Do another turn.
I think I could still make it.
Oh my god. There you go.
What did I mess up here last time?
I think you fell over.
Right.
So... Earthbenders, they got it wrong.
Oh, I know what happened. Alright, done this like a million times. Bam.
You need to go there. You got it, and right at the end of the episode, too.
Oh my god. I'm never playing this game again. We're done. That's it. Grand finale.
They also really messed up the story, and instead of actually, I mean, the part where Aang actually found his old master dead, killed by firebenders, that was actually pretty good. But they had montages to help tell the story throughout the movie.
What? Like Karate Kid or something?
Yes, montages.
Montage.
I'm not even kidding. They did montages to help tell the story because they were taking too long to do anything.
Wow.
So all of that coupled together really hurt the movie, and it's tough to watch because you want to enjoy it, but you just keep seeing so many bad things. You see all these characters going like, yeah, we're doing stuff, hooray, like 4 times throughout the movie, and you're like, what? Also, here's the thing, in the show, for firebenders and airbenders, you don't need a source to bend from. Like, firebenders don't need a campfire for them to take fire from and, shoot it at someone. But in the movie, they did. Yeah, so the firebenders needed a source. They needed a campfire, they needed some sort of cauldron in order for them to bend from. Just like water and earthbenders needed. So that really messed things up. It made the firebenders less threatening in the movie.
It really sounds like they screwed the pooch on the Airbender movie.
Also, the pronunciation of a lot of characters' names. So instead of calling Aang, Aang, they called them Ong. Instead of calling Sokka, Sokka, they called them Soka. Instead of
I'm sorry, that's just inexcusable.
That's one of the jarring things about the movie too. Like, why change the pronunciation of the names when the show clearly said, oh, this is how they're called? Uncle Iroh? They called him Uncle Iroh. Like, that one I'm not really that upset about. But again, it's jarring because you know these characters. If you're watching the movie, you're a fan of the show. Why change their pronunciation?
There's an expression for this. It's too many cooks in the kitchen or something like that.
More like not enough cooks in the kitchen.
Or specifically in this case, yeah, let me finish. The wrong cook is in the kitchen, and the one that's supposed to be cooking is not involved whatsoever.
You basically let the sous chef take over the whole kitchen with nobody else helping him.
It sucks. It's just like, again, and then why? And you know what? If there was an Avatar movie and it was great, I'd be all for it. I'd be like, that's awesome. But unfortunately, it didn't happen, so it sucks. So what are you gonna do? But what are we gonna do? I don't know. We'll have to find out next time, won't we?
That's right. We are actually over in today's episode, but we thank you guys for sitting with us and listening us to ramble about movies and stuff. We finally got through the 2 movie rambles that we planned to do but could not finish.
What are we gonna have? We're out of stuff to ramble about for next time.
Now we're gonna be gushing about movies in the next episode where we talk about our favorite movies from the 80s.
All right.
Sound like a good idea?
Yeah. I think I kind of named mine already, though. Like I said, I'm not a big movie guy, so.
All right, so then I'll talk about mine next time.
Yeah, go for it.
So yeah, we'll see you next time, everyone. Take care.
Take care. Take it easy. See you on episode 16.